Hello and welcome to another edition of Defending the Dead. I'm your host, Scotty Wazz. I don't even have to ask how you're doing. I know how you're doing, babies. Having a great time. Celebrating. If you're under a rock, I don't know and you don't know what I'm talking about. Maryland Black Bears are Robertson Cup champions. And my goodness, did not make it easy, but it kind of felt easy. We'll talk about that starting right now. So the Black Bears head off to Blaine, Minnesota to take on, to be one of the 4 teams in the Robertson Cup Final Four, which we can't technically say because it's copywritten, but still, here we are. They take on the Lone Star Brahmas in the semifinal, a organization that they had played in the final 2 years back in 2024, but of course, different teams, different people, same coaching staff by and large, so I mean, you got that going for you in the very least, but these two teams get out there. A little bit of a delay because a linesman, unfortunately, on warm-ups, hit a rut in the ice, lost his footing, and careened into the corner boards. He was diagnosed with a broken ankle. Don't know who the linesman was, but, Godspeed on their recovery. That's not a fun time just in general, especially ahead of the first game. But a feeling out period in the first. Lone Star hadn't lost a game all playoffs, and they get their stuff going. And next thing you know, they really lock things down. Like you can tell they play a different style of hockey down in the South, and they were locking things down, trying to clog up the neutral zone. The Black Bears trying to seemingly a little bit frustrated there, not being able to break through and get things going in their pace, but it was fine. Everything's fine as the Black Bears only get 4 shots in the first period, but it is scoreless after 1. Unfortunately, the Brahmas would get on the board first after a 5-on-3 situation, allowed Gustav Lexell to come out from the corner and just have all kinds of space and just barely beat the glove of Ryan Deans for his 3rd of the playoff to make it 1-0 Brahmas. Black Bears were attacking, though, trying to get something going, had a power play in the middle of the frame, didn't get too much set up there, and 6:29 remaining in the period. Lexell again gets his 4th of the playoff after a big rebound out in front, unchecked coming down the slot. He puts it home. It is 2-0 Brahmas. Black Bears make a late push, but they get a late penalty as well to kind of kill that push. They go into the locker room down 2-0. But they've been down multiple goals going into the third. Just last week or just the week prior against Rochester, they feel they can do it again, and boy howdy, who else to do it but MVP Harrison Smith, who not even 4 minutes into the third period comes out to the top of the circles, lets one rip for his 4th of the playoff. Ryan Franks gets his 5th assist of the playoffs. Cole Peters, his 2nd of the playoffs on the assist side. Black Bears 2-1, and they would keep striking, going towards net, trying to get through the block shots and the clogged lanes that Lone Star was giving them. And to the very end, it was really tough. It was just watching that game. There was a lot of it's a lot of anxious moments there, but somehow there was a bit of calm as well because you knew this team had that same goal, had that same vision to get things done. And with 7 seconds left, Chris Crummins, one of the big pickups at the trade deadline for the Black Bears, redirects a pass in front, cross-ice pass. There was a couple people coming down the lane. I think Owen Drury was coming down the backside. I don't know if Smith was trying to hit him in the back end, but Crummins gets his heel of the stick on the puck and goes through the legs of the Lone Star goaltender with 7 seconds left. Black Bears tie this up, and we go into overtime. It was also a 6-on-4 situation as a power play for the Black Bears and a goalie pulled, so a little bit of an advantage, a lot more space there, and you don't want to give this team any space. And now we go into overtime, and in the overtime period, the Black Bears get a power play due to a double minor on a high stick. And while there was a tripping penalty that was given against the Black Bears, they were able to get that 4-on-4 off, get back on the power play, and it was Ryan Franks with the dagger as he was able to pick up a rebound off the backboards from Harrison Smith's initial shot. Franks picks it up, puts it home into the yawning cage. His 5th of the playoff is the game winner for Game 1. Smith, his 16th assist. Tanner Duncan's 11th assist of the playoffs. Black Bears go up 1-0 in the semifinal. Ryan Deans made 23 saves, and he was solid in net. Those 2 goals notwithstanding, he kept the Black Bears in this one. A lot of chances Lone Star was able to create. They threw a lot of stuff at net. Deans was able to stop, able to stop and not let the next one go in. That's pretty much all you want from a goaltender. Don't let the next one in. He did that, and the Black Bears win Game 1. Going to Game 2, obviously the Black Bears knew their backs were going to be they're going to get a pushback from Lone Star because their backs are against the wall. They're not going to want to go out like that, especially for a team that's in their 4th appearance in the Robertson Cup in as many years. And both sides kind of just going at each other here. Maryland, a little bit better offense, a little bit more offense towards their side. They did get a couple late penalties. We'll get to that in a second. But they did get a power play late as well. And Ryan Franks, the winner from Game 1, gets the starting goal on Game 2 as he pokes in a shot just sitting there at the side of the crease. Referees saw the puck wide open. Franks played to the whistle. Puck goes in the net. Franks gets his 6th of the year. Tanner Duncan's 12th assist. Chris Crummon's 4th assist. Black Bears up 1-0. But again, 2 late penalties for the Black Bears gives it to Lone Star to be on a 2-player advantage. And on that 2-player advantage, Leo Isaacson, just as time elapsed, or just before time elapsed, that was a debate there overall, but what the timing was for the penalty. But Leo Isaacson was able to rip home a shot across the top of the circles, and that made it a 1-1 game going into the second period. In that second period, though, early going for Lone Star, they get on the board quick as Vincenzo Capano just picks the pocket of the Black Bears defense. It was actually Sam Lucier gets the pocket pick, and he puts the shot on. And the rebound comes to Capano. Capano gets his 2nd, one of the easier goals that they'll get just because of just a not great defensive play for the Black Bears. And Lone Star goes up by a score of 2-1. Black Bears kept pressing, but Lone Star continued to clog up the lanes in the middle, not really giving the Black Bears much of a shot to look at. They had a little block party for themselves there. And then there was an exchanging of penalties towards the middle of the frame, leading us to 4-on-4 play. And in that 4-on-4 play, Lone Star would get their 3rd goal of the game, a kind of a miscommunication at the station between the Maryland defense. Puck gets picked off, and Christian Vintasek gets his 4th of the year, and Lone Star up 3-1 at that point. Middle of the frame, Black Bears kept trying. They had a couple power plays late, but could not find any of the equalizers. So they go down 2, going into the 3rd. It's like deja vu all over again. Black Bears did have early penalties and early power plays, including a 5-on-3 when Will Esterbrooks hammers home his 4th of the year off a great pass from Tanner Duncan, just right in the wheelhouse for Esterbrooks. And his 4th of the playoffs, Tanner Duncan's 13th assist of the playoffs. Black Bears pull to within 1. Lone Star got into some penalty trouble as well, even more so, leading towards the middle of the frame. Black Bears getting another power play, and they're able to capitalize on that one. A big shot from the point from Liam Doherty finds the stick of Brady Ains in front. He puts home his 4th of the year, does Ains, ties the game up. Doherty's 4th assist. Braden Wade getting his 6th assist. Black Bears even it up at 3 goals apiece. But Lone Star was going to keep digging, and digging they did, as moments after Brady Ains gets the game-tying goal, Lone Star gets in on a mini 2-on-1 break on a little give-and-go. Jackson Vate gets his 2nd of the playoff to put Lone Star ahead with 7:30 left in the game. The Black Bears, again, have that never-say-die attitude. And all honesty, they knew they wanted to close it out on Saturday. They didn't want to have to go to a Sunday game. So that's what they did. They kept pushing. And right after Lone Star had a power play, just in transition, Ryan Franks picks up the puck in the neutral zone off a cross-ice pass from Tanner Duncan. Franks gets across the blue line, just snaps one home, a nice little small toe drag, and rips it home for his 7th of the playoffs, 2nd of the game, to tie this up with 4:24 remaining. Duncan, his 14th assist. Harrison Smith, his 17th assist. Black Bears are tied. It wouldn't end there in the final 4:24. So we go into overtime once again for a second straight night. And this one, the Black Bears, again, just past the 5-minute mark of the period. Just the tenacity this team had all season. A big cycle in the corner between the top line with Harrison Smith finding a way, just eyes in the back of his head, finds Ryan Franks, who somehow broke loose of the man-on-man coverage that Lone Star had. Franks gets loose. He puts it into the back of the net for his second straight game-winning overtime goal, his hat-trick goal, his 8th of the playoffs, Smith's 18th assist, Esterbrook's 5th assist, and the Black Bears win the series 2-0, and they will go on to the Robertson Cup championship. What a thriller that was. 3 straight games where they go into overtime and they get the victory. Now, you're saying to yourself, come on, this can't happen a 4th time in 4 straight games for the Black Bears, can it? Well, we'll see how this all goes. As the Black Bears took on the Minnesota Wilderness in the championship game, and the Black Bears, they've been here before. They've been here a couple years prior. Again, a whole different team set in this, but you still, have that memory of, or at least Coach Clint does, of being so close and just coming up just short in that one. But they were looking for it. A pretty big feeling out period in the first period as both teams trying to, figure out their way about it. Maryland kind of a little bit tentative, not usually they were shot out of the cannon in the first 5 minutes, but then after they got a power play killed, a little bit on the defensive on that one, a little sloppy passing in the defensive zone, but Ryan Deans comes up big again, as he has all season long for this squad, and we go into the first intermission scoreless. But the second period is when Minnesota started firing. It wasn't at first, though, because at first the Black Bears break through as Tanner Duncan gets his 6th of the year. A nice pass by Harrison Smith, who picks a loose puck up in the corner, throws it to Duncan, streaking through the slot. He puts it home for his 6th of the playoffs. Harrison Smith's 19th assist of the playoffs. And Sam Osei getting his first assist of the playoffs, putting Maryland up early. But it was only 42 seconds later when Minnesota will tie this one up, when Robinson DeJean gets his first of the playoff. Kind of a bank shot as he was going behind the net. Kind of handcuffed Ryan Deans, went off him and into the back of the net to make it a 1-1 game. And then less than 2 minutes later, Avery Anderson for the Minnesota Wilderness gets the go-ahead goal for them, as Maryland had a little trouble getting it out of their own zone, couldn't get a solid breakout, and Anderson gets his 7th of the playoff on a just a centering pass as he was streaking down the slot. It is 2-1. Minnesota was on the offensive after that too, as they were just putting pucks on net. 16 shots all told in the second period to Maryland's 5. But Ryan Deans coming up huge, the defense clearing out the way, clearing out the rebounds, getting some blocks in, and the Black Bears go down in the third period by 1 goal with their season on the line. And the Black Bears kind of came out of a cannon in this one, as they were just rip-roaring, ready to go in the third period. And, it took a little bit, but the middle of the frame, Harrison Smith, the MVP of the NAHL, gets his 5th of the year. Him and Tanner Duncan working well together. Duncan finds Smith streaking down the middle. Smith redirects it in for his 5th. Duncan's 15th assist. Will Esterbrook, his 6th assist. We are tied with about half of the third period remaining, and both sides really getting shots on left, right, center. There were a couple power plays exchanged on each side after the Harrison Smith goal, but no one could find the back of the net. Shots were tied 12-12, and we go to another overtime period. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Wilderness really get on it in the overtime period. They get a little bit of a, get a shot in the arm, put a lot of shots on in that short time in the 5:25 that was the overtime. But the Black Bears, Ryan Deans again solid in net, as stops all 4 shots he faced. Black Bears only had 1 shot in the overtime. It's all only shot they needed, as during just a panic situation for Minnesota, they throw it to their boards, the boards in front of their bench as they're going for a line change, dangerously close to too many men. Vinny Glos picks it up. Glos gives it to Josh Fournette, who was banging his stick on the ice so hard I thought he was going to break it. Fournette picks it up at the blue line, does a little curl, puts a shot on from about the top of the left circle. Brady Haynes is crashing the net. Brady Haynes gets his stick on it into the back of the net. The golden goal, the championship winner, Brady Haynes' 5th goal of the playoff, gets the Maryland Black Bears their first Robertson Cup championship. Josh Fournette's 3rd assist, Vincent Glos' 4th assist, and that means gold, baby. Another banner to be hung at Piney Orchard, a total of 4 this season for the Black Bears. What a season it was. Ryan Deans with 38 saves. He was huge in this one, including a big toe save in the 3rd period to keep the game even. And next thing you know, he gets himself a top goalie of the playoff honors. I guess it was Robertson Cup, the Final Four. So he got the goalie honors. Will Esterbrook got one of the defenseman honors. Ryan Franks got one of the forward honors. And Harrison Smith got MVP as Smith breaks a NAHL record of 24 points in the playoffs, topping Pat Maroon when he was with the St. Louis Bandits in 2006-2007. So a huge deal for Harrison Smith, who why not? Just break another record. Why don't you? As he gets both MVP awards, rightfully so. And then the Black Bears lift the Robbie Cup in their first championship in the team's 8-year history. And another banner. 4 banners all told for the Black Bears for East Division regular season champs, NAHL regular season champs, East Division playoff champs, and, of course, the Robbie Cup championships. And the Black Bears brought the Robbie Cup to the Chesapeake Real Ale Brewery on last Thursday night, as I record this the night before. And it was a great party. It was great to see the support that this team had out there at the Chesapeake, and the team being out there and signing autographs and everything like that. They were still on cloud 9 for all of it. So really happy for this group of players and staff and everyone involved. It's been a long road for a lot of fans out there, and to finally see it pay off is huge. It's huge for the kids. It's huge for the community and everything like that. So, I mean, there's not much more we can say to put a bow on this season, except for the fact that Robbie's home. So that's really, really solid to have. And, it's something that's going to stick with a lot of these guys for forever. Because, I mean, you look at this team and how tight-knit this team was, and you saw the camaraderie with these guys, and it was just something. It was something else. It was something different from the other years. There was something about this team that, a little bit different. I mean, every team's different, but this one definitely had that eye on the prize. The 4 overtimes we could have done without at the end of the year, but it is also, according to Coach Clint Milamock, the only time in any history of any league in hockey that a champion has won their last 4 games decided in overtime wins. 4 straight overtime wins, never been done. Can you believe it? So a great honor for this Black Bear team, and why not cap it off once again with that? So that's it. We've done it. Another season in the books. What's ahead, though? I believe the draft is going to be, the NAHL draft is going to be June 9th, I think. So the draft is June 9th, and that's when the selection for guys just to fill out roster spots will be done. Of course, the Black Bears losing 8 age-outs, probably going to lose 3 to the USHL in Harrison Smith, Ryan Deans, and Cole Peters. Maybe some more to early college commitments or else just going elsewhere. So we will have to see. It could be a totally different team, but at the same time, I think the guys who want to come back might come back. Would probably be chomping at the bit to come back to defend this trophy. Anthony Pelletieri, also a USHL draftee, he might be a guy who also is gone, which would be a big hit to the blue line as well. But all told, I think going into the season, the expectations, I don't think the expectations were super high, and at least not the high where you hit 49 wins, over 100 points, and then just go 9-1 in the playoffs. I don't think anyone had predicted that. If they did, they're probably some kind of wizard, and we probably want to harvest that energy for later years. But we'll cross those bridges when we get to them. But all told, what a great season. Not much more can be said. Overall, a great group of kids out there on the ice. Great group of coaching. The coaching staff again, as always, top notch. The training staff, equipment staff, front office, everyone involved, stem to stern. Everyone went out there and did it. Given the circumstances, it was a hell of a year for everyone involved. So, we look ahead to the draft. I think June 9th. I don't quote me on that. And then I think main camp starts at the middle of the month too. So main camp starts the middle of June, and then puck drop in September for the 2026-2027 season. And you got to bet that opening night's going to be a lot. So get your tickets at tickets.marylandblackbears.com, or wait for them to go on sale, because they won't go on sale until the schedule comes out, which God only knows when the schedule's coming out. But in any case, thank you all for listening. It's been a treat again for fourth season for Black Bears only content, and people listening along and following along. Thank you, dearly. It means a lot that some people are listening to this, and some people enjoy it and take something from it. So thank you all. It's been a great time overall, and we will be back in September. Maybe some stuff ahead of opening night. Just to kind of get people geared up and ready for the new season, and just who's in, who's out, and everything that goes along with it. But again, thank you all very much. Keep tabs on Defending Den MBB on Twitter, if you will, and then that will give you some updates on players, alumni, all that fun stuff going ahead. But that's it. A championship season capped off, and the Black Bears bring it home to Piney Orchard. I'm Scotty Wazz. Take care of yourself and someone else. This has been Defending the Den, part of the Face Off Hockey Show, Media Faction, and Podcast Monsters. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll catch you in September. Peace.